Hi guys, for today's quick teardown, this JVC BY-110 broadcast camera. It is a tritube camera from the late 70s, I guess. It is in nice condition. In fact, very good cosmetic condition. Not tested because I haven't got the matching lens. So as you can see, we even still have the protective plastics on these labels here. So it is a fairly light and compact unit for the time. I have a matching viewfinder. So in fact, in the past, I had a complete BY-110 camera with lens, case and so on. But I was not really collecting them, so I did sell it. I have been pretty sad, and finally I managed to find one on eBay at quite a decent price. I guess it was 20 or 30 euros, something like this. Really not expensive, and it was domestic shipping. So we will first have a walk around of this thing. So here is the viewfinder that comes off like so. It is very sturdy, made in die cast. Here is the model number plate and a serial number for you, if you can see. Here is the connector to the camera. We will have a look inside also. You can see the pretty serious system to attach it here. So the camera itself, we have this side panel. We have main power switch, high sensibility gain settings, white balance and bars controls, some adjustments here, filter wheel control here. On the back, the battery holder with some more adjustments. On the top here, headset maybe or microphone plug. It is written with that intercom, yes. Here, microphone input on a special socket, as you can see, with the hot shoe for it here. We have microphone controls, test output, main camera control unit cable here, controls here for the VTR or camera mode, it seems. This one I do not know what it does. On the front, the lens mount, it is quite a special one, it is 3D all around. And here some white balance settings maybe. On the bottom, just the shoulder cushion and the mount, the screw mount. Here there are attachment for one other piece of cushioning. Because when you had to carry them on your shoulders all day long, it was not easy. Okay, so you can see this on this camera we have quite small screws everywhere. It is quite complicated, a lot of parts put together in fact. So we will open each of the side panels first. Okay, so I did remove 4 screws attaching this left panel. It is die cast aluminum or magnesium, as you can see. We have some chart here with settings you can find on these PCBs, because there are quite a lot of them. Red, green, blue shading. Black, pre-black balance, input gain, black level, dynamic shading, knee, I do not know what it is, level, gamma, more levels here, chroma level here, and even more. Okay, so you can see on this side we have 2 boards that can be removed. We have here the controls on a little PCB. We have a box containing the filter wheel. And we have these two PCBs which are socketed, so it may be quite easy to remove them. There is one plug to undo here, obviously, like so, and it should pull out quite easily. Yes, very easy in fact to remove. So here is the first one. Some delay line here probably, the JVC, single inline ICs, hybrid, black potted hybrids, and the Toshiba chips, TC4053BP, TC40H193, another here, and surprise, on the back side, guys, look at this. Yes, we have surface mount parts. So now it is worth searching for a dead code. And I see 8T485 on these chips. So it is not late 70s, it is mid 80s. Quite interesting. So probably one of the last design of tritube cameras before they switch to CCDs. Do not know exactly when they did stop tritubes. So here is the other PCB with more of these black hybrid modules in particular. Here we have some shielding allowing to see the inside. You can see the 3 tube assembly. In fact, we have one here, one in the middle, and one down here. This must be an access panel to access to it. We have a stack of 3 PCBs here that must be accessible from the other side. And we have more stuff, but this is glued in place, and I am not sure if I can undo it easily with no damage, because there are these flex cables here. Looks like it is oh, here we are, just some double-sided tape. So we have a shielded box here, probably a DC to DC converter, and you can see the small quite compact picture tubes, and the prism must be here in the middle. So this is interesting, and now we will have a look at the other side. Okay, for the other side, this time we have 5 screws to remove, and no, even 6 screws, excuse me. This one was quite hidden. So there is a little damage here on the cushion, either way, but nothing terribly important. So here is the other side. Here we have a giant PCB, as you can see, that can be unplugged, except for this whole bunch of wires here. Here we have a small PCB, probably just for the plugs on this panel. Yes, there is a little bit of stuff on it, but I don't guess it is terribly important. I don't think it is terribly important. So we will try to remove. I see a hinge here, so it may be possible to open this PC, flip open this board. You can see it is very crowded. I am losing the screw inside, and you can see I saw the cover here, the chart with all the settings. The screw is here, and here more delay lines assemblage, probably big one here. This must be high voltage to the tubes. Still here the filter box, some light sensor here, probably light level sensor. And will it flip open or not? Yes. Not easy, but it is possible at least. So here is the other side for it. And here we have the other side of the tube setup with similar piece of shielding with even a capacitor stuck onto it. No, in fact it was this capacitor. There is some burn mark here. So here we have a very good view of the whole optical assembly. As you can see, the 3 tubes, this shielded box here with more circuits inside. So obviously there is a motherboard at this level hosting the 3 Dover boards. We have the stack of 3 PCBs here, but they will be very delicate to remove, so I will not remove them. Small PCBs for the connectors and buttons and such. So here is a complete thing for you. Some adjustments here probably for the picture tubes. Here in here too I can see small plastic gears, so there must be precision adjustment for the deflection coils of pickup tubes and such. You can see the case of the camera is completely made of die cast. It is very nice, of course. Very nice quality. And here quite an heavy shielding with copper foil. So really good quality. So if I put this back in place, I guess it is the correct way because of they did make holes in this to allow accessing to the settings without removing it. So I can put back this PCB in place like so, and we will have a look just here to see what we have in this PCB. So I will put this, install this later because this screw is quite a pain to install. So here we have one more piece of shielding with 2 little screws. So will it come off? We have wire loom here. You can see we have flex cables also in this camera. Quite nice. I need to make another video about my Ampex tritube camera because it is really nice. So here is what we have. Yes, a fuse. You can see some components. And just the buttons. In fact, here you can see this button is actually actuating a set of 2 slider buttons and lots of cables. Okay, so I will put this all back together and we will have a look at the viewfinder, I guess, because we have not much else to see here. There are access panels you can remove, but it just allows to see the same stuff under another angle, so it is not fascinating. There is one also here for accessing the tube, the end of the tube. Okay, so I will reassemble the camera and we will open the viewfinder. Okay, now about this viewfinder, if I can find the screwdriver again. So you can see I am missing the eyepiece, sadly. So it is the regular setup with a rotating tube, 2 LEDs for recording and low battery level, totally light here, all in die-cast metal, and just 2 settings for contrast and brightness. So I see 2 screws here, I did never take it apart before, so I guess the contents will be pretty regular stuff, but sometimes you can have surprise. And of course, yes, I guess we have 2 screws to remove, at least from this metal plate. It should come off in 2 parts, like so. So I will unplug, if it can be unplugged. Wow, this one is very hard. Okay, so we have one PCB here with lots of small, again small trimmers. The potentiometers here are on the overboard. The dummy light, tally light here with soldered directly like this, the LED. One Toshiba, no, Hitachi IC here, HA11244. And the small through all components. CRT type sticker. Here we have pretty compact assembly. In fact, I do not see any IC on this. So there are two. There is a metal clamp I can remove here. That will allow me to undo the whole PCB, it seems. But it will be quite consuming, so I will undo the screws off camera and I will be right back. Okay, so it looks like this. Once you remove the tube holder thing, it is just this copper and brass piece here, quite interesting. We have this PCB that comes off. We have of course the connector for the viewfinder at the bottom. And interestingly enough, it is attached with slotted screws. And we have one more little PCB here all at the bottom. It looks like they did not have enough space, and it did require an extra PCB. I do not know how it is attached. Either way, probably with this screw here for the viewfinder release button. I see some trimmers on this and coils and capacitors, totalium capacitors. So in here we mainly have the high voltage box for the picture tube. I am in the frame, and we have nothing on the back except a few surface mount parts. So really this thing only has only IC. It is quite interesting. So here is the picture tube assembly. You can see it is there is a slider piece here in plastic, probably for better sliding against this copper piece, but inside it is more die-cast metal, and this is die-cast metal too, so really nice quality here. Okay, so this was interesting. All the old school, on the well made, by the way. Very nice quality overall. Okay, so I will put this back together and put back the camera in storage. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.